Guys, check this out. Wendy's breakfast. My first time eating Wendy's breakfast. Everyone was telling me, look, can you eat the Baconator, please? The breakfast Baconator. Look at that. It's got like 6 pieces of bacon. Oh, man. All right, guys. I know it's been around for a while, but I have yet to try it. So I wanted to get in on what everybody's talking about here. Good morning, Rhody Foody fam. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I love when I get to film with my Foodie fam. Guys, do me a favor, take 1 second just to give this video a thumbs up before we get into it. As you guys have heard already, I'll take a little sip. They have the Coke machine thing, guys, that gives you the 10,000 different flavors. This is what I'm talking about. Diet Dr. Pepper down the hatch. You better believe it. Also, guys, like, this is my first time having Wendy's breakfast. Everybody, again, I'm just going to repeat what I said earlier. Everybody was like, dude, you got to get the Baconator breakfast. You got to get the Baconator breakfast. Guess what, guys? Christmas come early, son. We here, Baconator, 6 pieces of bacon. I think there's mayo on it. The Wendy's, where they were like, yo, you know what it needs? It needs a little more calories. Put some mayo. I have no problem because I love mayonesa, and I can put that on everything. Well, not everything, but I do love me some mayo. You guys know me. I love the dips. So, and also one thing I want to point out too, they got freaking wedges. Who knew Wendy's was playing the wedge game? Did they do this like after? Isn't it pretty good? Okay, let's start eating. Because there's a couple topics I would like to go over. Let's get the dip ready here. A couple things I want to talk about today, guys, is I bought a new item for mukbang videos. We'll show that in a second. And also, I want to talk about a cool little topic that they were just talking about on the radio before I got my breakfast. And then we're going to talk about the billionaires in the U.S. Don't worry, it's not like an anti-capitalist thing or anything like that. So, let's get into this video for El Baconator. Oh, look at that, guys. This was definitely made by someone who said, let's just do it. All right, guys, here we go. Down the hatch. That is 100% not good for you. Oh my God. That's a heart attack breakfast right here. Sausage, which is already kind of fatty. This is what happened in the boardroom at Wendy's. They said, hey, we're going to start doing breakfast. Sausage, egg, and cheese? Nah, son. Okay. Bacon, egg, and cheese? Nah, son. Both. Okay. Chisel. Little huevito. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to put it on a regular burger bun. And we're going to throw some mayo. God bless them. Guys, these wedges, if you're someone that misses the KFC wedges, Wendy's breakfast is your new HQ for those. And if you time it perfectly, you can go to Wendy's, get the wedges before they stop breakfast, ship over to KF Sizzle, and grab whatever you used to get, and you're good to go. Guys, it's not about... Sometimes it's about problem solving, okay? I just tasted butter too. There's definitely butter, like from making the eggs or something. My God. This might be a 1 meal a day type of day, guys. I usually only eat 1 meal a day anyways, because there's so many calories in some of these meals. All right, let's talk about it. One statistic that's going around, by the way, if you guys are not on Reddit, guys, just join Reddit. Actually, you don't even need to join. You can just go to reddit.com, REDDIT. I used to think it was one of those weirdy kind of sites, but I'm in love with that. It's basically, the way that it works is that when there's someone posts an article, the way that it gets to the front page, right, the front page of the newspaper, is it needs to be upvoted. So, and that's how it goes. And then you can belong to subreddits, which basically just means like categories. So if you're into like art, silly photos, like I joined the Rhode Island one, I joined a food one, I joined what's another one that I mildly interesting, history. There's just a lot of really, really cool stuff in there. So go check it out. But one article that I read on there is that, listen to this. This is going to blow your mind. And someone did the math on it. If all the American billionaires gave every single God-fearing American, red-blooded American, I don't know, my accent went southern there, but gave everybody a $3,000 stimulus check, they would still be richer now if they did that than they were before the pandemic even hit, supposedly when the economy went bad and everything else. No. I'm not going to jump on a soapbox here, but I just want you to think about that for a moment. If they gave everybody a $3,000 stimulus check, they would still be richer, guys, not the same, richer than when the pandemic started. Think about that. Whoa. There's definitely butter in here. Like, Loop, it's Saturday. I don't want to think about things like that. It was just a crazy statistic. I couldn't believe it. All right, fam. Next thing. So you guys know that that I want to do more cooking at home. But the cooking videos that I do, you guys will see it. Like, I'm like moving around. I had the camera just angled on the food, not on me. So what I did is I went to Ocean State Job Lot. This store freaking has everything. It's one of those like just department stores that sells like, I don't know if they sell like overstock because they continuously get the same stuff also. But anyways. And I go to them as much as I can before I go to like Walmart and stuff like that. Oh yeah, baby. Be chefing it up for the fam. Look at that. They had one where it's just one, but I know some dishes, like when you're cooking something, you got to be making the sauce and things like that. So I kind of wanted to get two to see how that would look. So I'm really excited, foodie fam. So this will kind of change the game. I'm going to see if I like it first. Like, I'm going to put the camera in front of me like this, guys. Well, it's going to be a lot lower, right? But like, that way I can be cooking, talking to you guys, you know, chopping it up, things like that. And then I just literally just sit down and start eating, start smashing it out with you guys. So let me know if you're ready for that. Because I know cooking was something that I wanted to do too. Kind of mix up the channel, but also it's very therapeutic for me. All right, so we'll do that. This is already starting to stop my heart a little bit. Like, oh my God. And then I dip it in ketchup. All right, two more things. One. On the way here, on the radio, I think it was Coast. So if you're from Rhode Island, it's Coast 93.3, I think. I hope so. I hope I didn't mess that up. They were talking about age yourself by listing a department store. And that's it. It can be one that, age yourself by a department store that no longer exists. So they were listing all this. So I want to kind of like talk to you guys about this. Like, I want you guys, don't say your age, but age yourself by listing down below a department store or a store that no longer exists, that was around when you were living and breathing. I started thinking a little bit. I was, Circuit City is one. But everything else, like Radio Shack barely just went out of business. Kmart just barely went out of business. I'm trying to think things that were like when I was just a little gigolo. When I was just a little Loop. When I was a little baby Lupito. Like, I just can't. Strawberries. You guys remember Strawberries? I used to buy CDs from there. Tower Records. I don't know how long Tower Records has been around. They used to have a huge Tower Records in the city of Orange. And I don't know if they still have it, but it used to be called Orange on the Block. And it was this huge, huge outdoor mall. And I loved it. They had like a skate park. I think Vans built like a huge skate park. It was really, really cool. I had a knee injury in high school from football, so I wasn't never able. See how my mind works? It's like, come on, hurry up, Luke. You're talking too much. I was never able. Can we come up with something like that? Never able. Is there a business idea there, guys? Write it down. Somebody write it down. So Strawberries, Circuit City. Honestly, the whole idea of even a mall is going to be obsolete soon. There has to be. I remember living in California. Some of the places that used to thrive were like these like Hispanic markets. And it's because like these Mexican markets, because of what they did was that they made it into an experience. Malls don't do experiences anymore. I remember as a kid, you would do there was always something happening. But like an example that almost every mall does, the Santa thing. But it's almost like every single day they had something, a piano player, they had a juggler, they would have cooking classes, they would have fashion shows, like they would have all these things. They would have something happening at these malls that made you want to go to the mall. And you went on these days, right? Because there was always a sale on something. So if it was a fashion show, that the particular stores were doing a big sale. If it was a cooking thing, then the store selling like plates, pans and stuff were doing a sale. Or maybe the restaurant was doing a tasting. Like there was just always something happening. And and they just don't do that anymore. They don't work to bring people out. Like if I had my own shopping mall, like I would be doing like food trucks events, outdoor festivals. Like you have to invest because you'll end up making more in the back end. Obviously I'm kind of a new age millennial entrepreneur. Well, I'm barely on the cusp of being a millennial. I think I'm more, what do they call us? Zennials? Between Generation X and millennials. We were like almost this gray area where we still remember it before the internet age and we grew up with the internet age. The millennials grew up with the internet age their whole lives, but we were like that. I still remember having to remember everybody's phone number and stuff. So So, you know, try to think of things like that, guys. I would definitely, it's going to be really cool fun. It's just listed down below. What I like to do is I like to lose myself in Wikipedia, where I start looking up like Woolworths. There used to be a Woolworths in Rhode Island. People always talk about Almax, all these different stores that no longer exist. So comment down below, because I would love to research them, and kind of just I like to see old photos of things that used to be here. And there is a, for those of you that are on Reddit, there is a subreddit where what they do is that they're at a location where it's something new, and then they hold up an old photo right next to it, and they do a side by, like a split screen, and it's really cool to see how it used to look like back in the day and how it looks like now. When I used to have my little sandwich shop in downtown Providence, people would always send me photos of what my store looked like before and how the street looked like before, and it was so beautiful back in the day because it was just nice and clean. There was no freaking parking meters. There was no parking signs. It was just this nice, beautiful street. So we got to take some notes from the past, but that. And then also, last thing, guys, before I let you go, because I know it's Saturday, you don't want to hear me talking, you just want to see me eating, is Hawaii. Everyone's like, Hawaii's expensive. Guys, I know Hawaii is expensive. I know it is. That's like my one biggest concern. What I need is like some tips and tricks. Like, where do the locals live? Where do the locals eat? Like, I need that kind. If anybody has any friends or family out in Hawaii, definitely. Or any tips and tricks. Hey, Loop, only buy drinks on Mondays. Loop, only go out on Tuesdays. Don't go to restaurants on the weekends. Even though, let's be honest, Hawaii's tourism is, I think they're running on like 10% or something right now. It's crazy. All right, guys, I love you so much. Again, if you're part of that wedge life, Wendy's got your back. Let's go. We'll get this baby cracking today. I'm going to test it out today. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys know the deal. YouTube. Oh, my God. Guys, we just like hit 3,100 subscribers like a day or two ago. We're halfway to 3,200. I am not prepared for this channel to be growing this fast, by the way. I just want to point that out, okay? Like, I love that it is, but like, I want to maintain the closeness. So the way I do that, guys, is comment down below. You guys know me. I try to comment to like 99% of the messages. And I go through there too to like delete some negative stuff too, or like the stupid, like the bots that are like, hey, do you love me? I'm like, excuse me? In the beginning, I thought they were real. I was like, I don't know. Do I love you? Do you love yourself? But then I realized that they were bots. So that's the way how we maintain staying connected, guys, is the comments. You know, eventually we'll get into YouTube memberships and stuff like that, where, you know, we'll do some more exclusive behind the scenes stuff. But right now, we're always going to maintain our YouTube channel. That's like one thing that I always wanted to maintain. I know as these channels grow, they stop responding. They do a thing called post and ghost, and I always thought that was really crappy, man. Like, you have to take some time. People are taking time to watch your videos. You can take some time going through the comments as much as you can. And I know if a channel gets into like the millions, and then it gets into like the thousands of comments, that's a different story. But even then, the channel can hire someone and be like, hey, just read me the comments and I'm gonna reply back to you. I don't know. I'm just thinking outside the box. So, like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. 3,200, insane in the membrane. Be well, eat well, and always take care of each other, okay?